All right, so now before going on to the client parts, I forgot to tell you about these analytics and all this stuff. So see, this is basically you will be having on your profile, like how many people viewed your profile, who were they, and in the standard one you have this. If you want to see all the 939 people, you need to try premium. I haven't found any requirements as such to use premium. This is where your post impressions are, like how your content has performed in the last 7 days, last 14 days, last 28 days. So you can track that how your content is performing, how many impressions you are getting. Now I am a fucking lazy ass on LinkedIn few times, that's why mine are not good. So see, overall I have clocked over 704k impressions so far, with mostly people as content writers, web3 content writers. Like these are the engagement demographics. So initially most of the people who engaged with my content were these guys. And again, then you will have engagements over here, like how many engagements you have, and the same thing. So you can filter out this thing and see if you are targeting the right people or not. That is pretty much it. Apart from that, there is a very good tool to calculate how your profile is performing, and that is LinkedIn SSI. That is social selling index. So just type it on Google, go to the first link, open it. This is a lazy ass website. Then click on get your score. So it will, so this is a LinkedIn sales navigator tool kind of stuff that rates your profile out of 100. So initially you should aim for 70 plus. Now I know it is coming from a person who has a score of 67, but the thing is, I'm not a LinkedIn for clients. I'm just there to spread out the word that freelancing is not how influencers are telling you, and not to get clients. My client model is completely different, that will take you years to develop. So in my case, if I just increase, because I hardly reach out to people, I do not send connection requests. It's been 4 months since I last sent a request to somebody. That's why my score is so down. So in, you see, all these are out of 25, 22.09 out of 25. So you have four metrics, 100 divided by 4, 25. And if you click on it, you will realize, like, what does each component mean. So establish your brand profile means become a thought leader by publishing meaningful posts. So LinkedIn thinks that I am a thought leader, that I publish meaningful posts. That's why it rated me 22.09. Finding the right people is identifying better prospects using efficient search and research tools. So I do not find any people, I do not search for them. That's why it's at 9. Engaging with insights, this is something that even I am still figuring out. Like, I don't know, maybe it is because that I do not share others people posts. Maybe it can be one reason, because I usually engage with every person, every individual who comments under my post receives a reply. 99.5% times there is a 0.5% possibility that I don't reply. And last one is about building relationships. So see, this is all about, if I have to sum it up, it took me a long time, but it is all about how many people you talk with in the DMs of LinkedIn. So if you talk with a lot of people in the DMs, it will boost up to it will boost up. So initially I had talked with only few people, then I started something like my consultation calls, and for that people started DMing me, and this shit went up. So it can fall down any moment, but it will help you track and get your industry SSI ranking, how much you rank in your network. And this will give you a good idea that people in your industry have an average score of 35, and people in my network, the people I'm connected with, they have a score of 43. So I'm in the top 6% in my network, and in the top 2% in the advertising service industry. This is a good one. This is a really good thing that you should use on. Now let us talk about getting clients that you are here for. See, that shit is pretty easy. There are a lot of ways. So we will go into one by one. Number one and most one would be go to the job section. No, it is not that thinking you go to the job section, you apply. No, that's not the shit. You select about, for example, content writer. You, instead of India, select remote. So now you have people from everywhere, and fuck, it used to work by the time I had used it, that if you click on remote you get remote opportunities from the US and all that stuff. But now I guess it's not working. So instead of this, what you can do is you can uh, just go with the nation you want to apply in United States. So you have this. Then you click on the date posted, past 24 hours, 278. right? So they are hiring a freelance writer who will be in charge of this. Read the JD, all that stuff. Okay, once you have it, you go to about the company, open their company page, see their employees, reach out to any one of them. Reach out to any one of them with a personalized message that why you want to work with them, how you figured them out. Because once you have to reach out, there is a limit. There is a character limit that you can only type around 50 to 60 words. So you have to be really crisp and you need to reach out to people. So reach out to people who are in a position that they can get you in. Because this is a long queue. There will be a lot of people who see how you compare to the 50 applicants. So there are 50 applicants already in the line. So that's how you do it. One way is that. Second one is, now see, to make it really long, I can show you endless job boards and do this shit, but it doesn't make any sense. I showed you one. You can try this according to you. Change the countries, do that shit. You are not babies who need spoon feeding. Secondly would be, you can create a newsletter, because newsletters on LinkedIn are fucking underrated. I have received almost 5 to 6 inbounds from LinkedIn newsletter. Can you believe that shit? So for that, you need to create an article. Click on write article. Now I already have my newsletter Crypto 101. That's why this option is blanked out, because you can create only one. So be really conscious about creating one. So I can now only create individual articles that I don't like. If you want to create a newsletter, just come on here, create a newsletter, and you can do shit. Because right now I have this 101 newsletter. I have 668 subscribers. It goes weekly. It will be like this, okay? So you have to, when you will click on create a new newsletter, it will show up like this. You have to give it a title, you have to select the frequency, you have to give it a description, and add an image. Once you do it, it will be sent out to all the connections that you have. Like by default LinkedIn does this, so many people accept it, many people don't. Now the thing is that it has 668 subs, okay? And I posted the first one, I guess, a year back. Yeah, a year back. See the engagement. See the engagement. The engagement is shitty, but the reach these newsletter has is completely different. The reach is fucking international. I am still unable to figure out how the algo is working about the newsletter, because I have a lot of clients who come from my newsletter that they also are like, we don't know how it came up on our feed, but we liked it. We'd like to work with you, and that's why I want you to use your newsletter for your benefit. Create client centered content, client specific or client centered content on your newsletter and push it out. All right, this will not get you engagement. This will this will what you say, this will wash out your track record. Like I usually get above 50 or 60 likes and comments. In these I don't get any. I don't give a shit. This is bringing me money. I don't give a shit about the likes and all that stuff. Metrics are not important, money is. So, focus on that stuff. Like money matters, the numbers don't. They can fluctuate, money shouldn't. This is how it works. You should create a newsletter as soon as possible, and they have an international reach. Now if I show you my subs, most of them are outside India. Like right now they are my first level connects, but a majority of them is outside India and I don't even know them. You see, there are very few first level connects that I have. This second level connect. Okay, and if you don't know what is first, second, and third level connects, first level connects are the ones who I'm directly connected with. Like I have added them into my network. They sent a request, I accepted it. Second level connections are that you and I are connected, but you are connected with somebody else. So that's a kind of a mutual stuff. That is second. And third one is that we both are not connected with it. So when we talk about second level connects, like Umang is my first one, so we are connected directly. Whom should we take? Like Mansi, Pancholi, no one from my network is connected to her. But if we talk about this, we will be having some mutual connects. Yeah, we have this mutual connect. These are the first, second, and third level connections. And apart from that, you see everyone is like, the reach is pretty good. Like first third level, second level connects. I don't know these people, they don't know me, but they are only subscribed to my newsletter. They are not connected to me with anyways, but they are subscribed to it, and they bring potential business. What's the harm in it? I'm already creating content, and this is establishing my public presence. Now, next time when a client asks me what's your portfolio, have it. My newsletter is also a part of my portfolio. Fuck it. Now, these your influencers are not going to tell you because they are too busy in minting crores, right? Well, that's it. Apart from that, you can use the search one. Like if you can just search content writer hire, and then you just select the posts. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. The very good post coming up at this time. Now, I don't want to sound like total prick while I say this, but I'm very particular about my network on LinkedIn. This is exactly they see. They have she has 799 people waiting for her to accept their request. Now, who do you think she is going to select? The ones who are just with their photo and that shit, or the ones who have sent personalized ones? That is the thing. Now, if I be real honest, I do not personally believe in personalization. I used to do it a long time back, but right now I have stopped engaging with other creators for a while, and I have stopped outreaching. So I don't. But if you want to be, having a stand in the initial days or be successful, if I want to say it, you have to do that. In the initial days, I also did it. I'm not denying it. I stopped it once I had reached a certain point where it was becoming a mess and hectic for me to do. Then you just select on content writer, or you say content writer hiring. Okay, filter out it by using posts and sort it by latest. You don't want any people who were there for the last month or that shit. Sort by latest. Now you will see that there are people who are hiring. You have one opportunity here, SEO content writing, about company, SEO description. Here's how you can reach out to them. You have another head of connections, we are hiring, writing writer, salary this. Search it, and you can use it in this way. Now these are all the people who have posted like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 3 hours ago. And there will be a lot of posts because LinkedIn, like the searches works in that way that if you write content writer hiring, so it will figure out people who have mentioned this thing in their post. Now Prabal has put, I'm hiring a content writer and social media manager for this. This is how it works. Easy. You have so many opportunities here. Who said LinkedIn was saturated? This is the way you have to go forward. Now, don't be a total prick and comment in here. Comments don't land you jobs. Personalize invite does. So, when you see opportunities, go to the fucking profile, click on the three dots or connect button, and do shit. Okay. And also, you would want your profile to have an by default a follow button. Let me see if somebody has it. Like by default, it is like this. So there is an option, like once you will enable your creator mode, you will get an option that you can replace this button from follow button. So when someone comes on your profile, they can follow you directly instead of connecting with you. Because there are a lot of people who just tend to follow. Like if I show you, I have 3044 followers. See how many connections I have. 1300. So if you minus it, 2700 people almost. 2700 people are not connected with me directly, but they follow me. So I hope LinkedIn is clear to you now. You know a lot of shit now about LinkedIn. So this is all about LinkedIn. I'll try to create a very short summary video after this lesson as another lesson where you will be getting everything in a, what we say, brief and concise manner that you can figure out what all you need to do. All right. And initially it is going to take time. So give the time and don't give up too soon. And if you have any doubts, feel free to reach me out. You can reply to any newsletter that I send. It is at newsletter@thefreelancematrix.com. And if you are not yet subscribed to the newsletter, you are missing tons of shit. If you don't want to subscribe it, if you want to miss it and be the average Joey, your wish.